How's everybody doing? Welcome into Tuned Into NoCo. I got a couple of great guests on our show today. We have two people from the Meehleis house. We got Kristen Caporelli and Margaret Watson. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely. Now to start, do you guys mind telling us a little bit about Meehleis house and what you guys do?
Well, Ashlee, the Meehleis house and Little actually don't belong in the same sentence, to tell you the truth, And so we've been around, I guess, since 2005, and we are, I guess what we do, I should start there, is we do relationships, and we instill and build on people's value so they can succeed, however that looks. Our foundation really is youth. The Meehleis house empowers youth and families by building trusting relationships and providing resources to disrupt the cycles of poverty and abuse. Like I was saying, foundation actually is youth. That's where it all started with our founder, Jerry Schmitz, and that was back in 2005. And the youth component is pretty much about helping kids they're coming out of foster care. And at this point, it's really grown and spilled over into all youth with housing, employment, academic development, and life skills. And we actually have a lot of programs underneath that umbrella. We have a homework helpers program, a music program, experiential education, and also a learning hub. And that's all under youth. And we have several different places in the community that help house those programs at different times, and some great and dedicated staff who look out and love on our youth. And I'm just so happy to be a part of the Meehleis house. We also have programs for families, and the goal there is aiding in securing family foundations. And the big word there is stability. We are there to walk hand in hand with some of the families. Whatever it is that they're going through, wherever they're at, there's a wide array of circumstances. Each family is unique and at a different place in their journey. And so we have several programs that are available for families. The Parent Cafe, which Kristen will be talking about. Then we have a family to family program. We have an early childhood navigator program, which I do. And then we also have a safe care program. The family to family program, we work on helping parents or care providers in establishing goals to secure a stable foundation in their family so they can meet goals with employment, with housing, whatever it is that they're searching for, in need of. It's all voluntary, Ashlee, and so nobody's making them do anything. They can call, they can refer themselves to our program. Sometimes we do have other partners in the community that will call us and ask, if we are taking families. And sometimes there is a little bit of a waiting list, but we do our very best to try and get people in as soon as we can.
Absolutely. Now, what is your guys' service area? Do you serve all of Northern Colorado? Is it Larimer County?
Larimer County.
Larimer County. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if you have the statistics on this or not, but how many families and kids do you work with on a monthly or yearly basis?
I do have that. Actually, it's close to 3,600 just last year alone.
Wow.
And then in Parent Cafe specifically, I believe we're close to 100 families every semester. So we have 4 semesters a year. The program is open registration. There's no requirement. You just walk in. We provide a meal. childcare and the evidence-based parenting class, Parent Cafe,
Yeah.
through strengthening families. So yeah, it's all free.
That is so great. Wow, that's incredible. I didn't realize that you guys offered so many services and programs. Wow. Now let's talk about Parent Cafe. What is it?
Okay, so Parent Cafe in a nutshell, because I mean it's a lot of things, but we are building up the protective factors, which is becoming kind of a universal language in Colorado and across the country, of resilience, relationships, knowledge, support, and communication. And when we meet, we talk about these factors, and it's basically this peer-to-peer learning. So I step back as the facilitator. I will participate at the table conversations, but we're trying to build up these factors to reduce child abuse and neglect and ensure safety in the home. We're providing a meal at every class. For example, the 2-Gen class on Thursday nights, Oregano's in town, has partnered with us to provide the meal. It's amazing.
Wow. I love Oregano's. That place is great.
I know. Who doesn't like Italian food? 1 in 10 families in Northern Colorado live at or below the poverty line. So just that meal alone that week takes that weight off the family.
That's amazing. I didn't realize that many.
Yeah.
In addition to that meal, what other ways do you see Parent Cafe benefiting the parents and caregivers in our community?
Yeah, I mean, we're helping them to have this constant support week after week. Concrete support is probably my favorite factor out of all the factors, because we show up. We're the constant in this family's life, especially if it's a DHS associated case. Some of the families are court ordered to come to provide that safe home for their kids so they can have that reunification.
Yeah.
Parenting doesn't end. I've had a question come, well, this parent's been coming for 5 years. Why do they still come? Parenting never ends. There's always something to learn. We are experts about our kids, but there's always room to grow in that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's incredible. Now, where is Parent Cafe held? Are there multiple locations or?
Mm-hmm. Yep, there's multiple locations. Margaret does one at Genesis Project on Wednesday mornings. I house the 2-Gen Cafe at First Presbyterian Church Thursday nights. We're also in Loveland. So the best part of this is that we've been able to pay it forward to a parent that was coming to Parent Cafe in Loveland. Now we've handed the cafe to this mom.
How cool.
And so it's amazing. And then we've also partnered with Larimer County Department of Corrections. And so I go in and help these individuals who have part of their probation and parole requirement is to come to Parent Cafe. So I go to the jail.
How amazing.
And I teach parenting classes at Department of Corrections.
Wow, that is so cool. Now, if someone listening is interested in signing up and registering for this, where should they go? What should they know?
We do have a flyer on our website, and it has the URL link. They can also call me or Margaret directly. Our numbers are on the flyer that's on the website. And yeah, it's just, you just call us, you register on the URL link that you'll find on the main page under programming, Parent Cafe Fall Flyer, and that's it.
Perfect.
Some of the people coming are referred, but that's how the everyday person would do it. It's just to go on the website.
All right, you guys heard that. Everyone listening, make sure you check out Parent Cafe. It's a great resource that helps support and educate parents and caregivers and more. For more information, you can visit thematthewshouse.org. They'll have all the information there on how to sign up. Now, if someone would like to donate to your guys' program, is that possible?
Oh, yes. We love donors. So on the main page, there is a donor tab. If you want to have that personal experience, you just call our main admin number. The number's on our website. And there's the different programs that you can donate to, something specific like Parent Cafe, or if they just want to do, a blanket donation. We also have our annual fundraiser, Cultivate Hope, which is in the spring every year. We just had it. And this is where we end up having about 500 people in the community come and donate. We have a silent auction at that event. So yeah, please bring the donations. We need the support.
You guys heard that. Make sure you donate. All right. Now, if someone is interested in volunteering for the Matthews House, what should they know?
They should know, same thing. You're going to go to our website. You can also call, but there is a volunteer tab on the main page, and then it will show you the drop down of all the different ways you can volunteer. One of the ways that we always have a need is with parent cafes. So we partner with CSU and the social work degree people that are trying to get their degree in social work. Sorry about that. They can come and be an intern. It's unpaid, but they can volunteer as an intern and get their credit hours at Parent Cafe, learning how to be around youth and families, picking up food. I mean, there's so many things, making food for the cafes. That's a huge need, always huge, because Oregano's does the one class, but we have other classes that we need food for. Margaret, do you have anything else around volunteering?
Just that, there's several opportunities right now on the website for internships. So, feel free to check those out. And we also post our positions that are open at the Meehleis House on the website too. So, we're open and hopeful. So
we always need volunteers for Cultivate Hope. I can tell you that.
Yeah, for sure.
With the 500 people, we need help with that.
Sounds like a great place to volunteer and intern. Thank you.
Yes.
Is there anything that we might have missed about the Parent Cafe that you'd like our listeners to know?
I think that DHS involvement has reduced because of Parent Cafe. And I just feel like it's such a great program. I wish I had had it when my kids were little. Shout out to Spencer and Sam. They're 22 and almost 18 now, my sons. But yeah, Margaret, do you have anything else you want to add about Parent Cafe?
Well, I would just say that it is just a unique way of connecting with parents and caregivers. Just the way that it's set up, it's so relaxed and it's non-judgmental. We're really confidential. People don't need to make a commitment to it. You can come once. You can come 3 times, and then you got the people that continue into 5 years, so it's just really it's kind of like a hidden gem, I think, in a way. And we would love to have more participants, more people coming. And so feel free to reach out to, again, myself or Kristen, and you can come and check one out. You can ask us questions over the phone, however it is, but we would love to see you there.
Definitely. Thank you, guys. Now, let's talk a little bit about you both. Kristen and Margaret, what's your story? What led you to the Meehleis House? Doesn't really matter who would like to start.
I can go. Well, I don't want to get too far into it, but I grew up in a hard environment. I had lots of trauma growing up, and I just always knew that I wanted to pay it forward. I had that one person in my life as a young adult that kind of reached out to me. It was not a family member. It was a social worker through my school, and it changed my life. And from that moment on, I just knew that I wanted to pay it forward. All the resources, all the counseling, everything I've been through, I just knew that serving my community was the way to go. I'm a single mom, and it's been tough, and I can relate to the parents who are walking in who might be scared about being a single parent. So I'm here to say you can do it. It can be successful. I just toured School of Mines yesterday with my youngest son for college, and it was wonderful. It's because I had the concrete support when I was, really needing it, and Parent Cafe provides that. So that's what kind of led me to the Meehleis House. I happened to be looking on their website, and the job was there, and I've been here 6 years.
Well, we are so fortunate, the work you guys do. It's incredible. What about you, Margaret? What brought you to the Meehleis House?
Well, I've been in Fort Collins for quite a while, and I worked at United Way and a few other agencies and state agencies and just regular private. And throughout that time, I had the blessing of hearing Jerry Schmitz, our founder, like on 3 occasions, 3 different times at 3 different jobs. And I'm like, wow. And I was just amazed at the work. And I'm oldest out of 7. My mom, single mom, raised us all. And there was a lot of instability there. And I knew as I was growing up, there was something missing. As I got older, I realized it was that, I was missing that stability and always yearned for it. And listening to Jerry and what she does for kids, it just kept kind of reaffirming what I wanted to do with my life's work. And finally came to pass that I decided to go ahead and apply and talk to Jerry. And it's been a wonderful experience. I mean, I don't know about a whole lot about a lot of the other nonprofits. I imagine they're all doing some great work. Larimer County is, I think, one of the best places that, people can get resources and connected and everything. But there's just something special about the Meehleis House. And I think it has a lot to do with the staff and the foundation that it comes from. And, I just every day am grateful for my job and what I do because it's a blessing to me in many different ways.
For sure. I remember through school, I worked at a dance studio and they were actually working with the Meehleis House. And some of the kids there were able to take dance classes because of what you guys do. It's really incredible. Everyone listening, make sure you check out the Meehleis House. They have a bunch of programs and services for families in Larimer County and individuals. Also, check out the Parent Cafe. It's a great resource. It helps support and educate parents, individuals, caregivers, really anyone. For more information, you can visit themeehleishouse.org. Before I let both of you go, is there anything else you'd like our listeners to know?
Yeah, we just appreciate any support we can gain. Again, please don't be afraid to come to any of our classes, walk into any of our community life centers. I know taking that first step is hard when you need help. I know personally that it's hard to take the step, but I'm asking you to take it and you will not be disappointed. It's such the most safe place, I think, as far as a nonprofit, in my humble opinion, to come and try to gain knowledge around parenting and families.
Kristen and Margaret, thanks so much. I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.